my phone sound on, like ever.
I always do. I mean, I don't know. It's just because sometimes I can't feel it vibrate, and
Yeah, I have that occasion, and Kate's like, "Why didn't you answer your phone?" It's like, because my phone's always on silent. But like my work phone, I'll turn on the sound when I'm at work, so I get notified if someone's trying to get a hold of me. Even though most of the time they're trying to get a hold of me on my personal phone, which
mm-hmm.
is what it is. But like,
It is what it is.
yeah, generally I never, ever, ever have my work phone on or my personal phone sound on.
I always have my sound on.
I don't even watch porn with the sound on. I watch it completely muted. I don't even know what they're talking about.
Yeah, no, it's
The 4 people that are already here just heard that, so hi.
that's all through Twitter.
It's cool.
Yeah, I was just telling you.
Yeah.
Hope they enjoyed that too.
So you had a good day today, I take it?
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Eventful.
Yeah, painted my shitty ghost face.
I saw that. It wasn't terrible.
I did a freehand. I like kind of sketched it a little bit and then ended up changing all of the sketching while I was painting. So I was like, well, this is good. Great.
What up, Brocast?
Hi.
Oh, I need to change banners. That's the one thing I didn't do was I guess we don't really need an episode number. Could.
No. Not really. You're gonna pull up the trailers, right? Because like you have 2 screens. It's easier to do that shit.
I can. You didn't send them to me, so
They're on YouTube.
well.
Okay, I'll send them to you right now. I just got home.
I'm glad we're hashing this out live on air.
It's
like
fine.
Professionals.
Here.
I do have 2 screens. You are correct.
It's easier.
Debatable. Especially because with like that, I'm not using the other screen for it. I'm literally just pulling it up in the browser. Hi, Tommy.
Hi, Tommy. Hold on.
So I'm thinking for this format,
okay,
we do one news and rumors and shipmate Katie watch episode a month.
Mm-hmm.
One horror trivia quarter.
Mm-hmm.
And then everything else will be franchise stuff, which from TikTok and Twitter, unless anyone that's watching has any other preferences, does it count if you got off already? Yes, it always counts if you got off already. Sounds like it's going to be Devil's Rejects. So House of 1,000 Corpses, Devil's Rejects, 3 from Hell.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I already went into that mindset that it was going to be those.
Yeah, so. I wanted more votes than what we got on Twitter. You guys should go follow at Getting Off on Twitter and vote on all my shit.
Mm-hmm. I sent you both on Twitter.
I see that.
See, I'm quick with it when I need to be. Yeah, had I like got home in a reasonable time, then I could have figured it out. But
what is a reasonable time?
Not 10 minutes before I have to be on screen.
Fair.
I came home. I really had to pee. I had to change. I was wearing a dress all day. I was like, fuck this.
You call your penis the 3 from Hell? Because it's 3 inches?
Okay.
I'm trying to figure it out.
Okay.
What's up, OG Butt Stuff? Thanks for coming through. Maybe he's got 3 heads. Maybe he was born gifted, and it's got 3 heads because he is a demon.
Night of the Demons?
We are going to talk Night of the Demons tonight. We are. And there was a lot of sex in that movie, so one of them might have had a penis with 3 heads.
Maybe.
I didn't see it. but it's a possibility. I feel like that's a waste of a head, though. Like, there's only 2 holes close to each other that you could even use a penis with 3 heads on. The third one's just kind of sitting around.
Fair. Touche.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm thinking. Because I don't know if I want to do this in the order I wrote everything.
I was going to say, that's your thinking face? I've never seen that face before. That looked like you either froze or had an itchy nose. I'm not sure which. That's true. I guess if she can take 2 in one of the holes, then I guess one of the penises. But like, do you really want the dick friction with your own dick? Your dicks? I don't know. Hey Matt, would you do some live stream horror gaming for getting off? I don't know. Oddly enough, I am not huge into horror games. The last, I think, straight up horror game that I played was probably Friday the 13th. And that was more of a game that was fun to play like with friends, like online. It wasn't, I don't know. I don't like being thrown into a world where all I have is a flashlight and shit's jumping out at me and I have no way of fighting back. Where I've got to go like find my first weapon. Like, I don't know. I can think about it though. It's not a terrible idea. If I can find one that I'm interested in, that'll be the key. But a lot of those games, like I said, they're way more like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre one was a lot like, I believe, Friday the 13th, the Evil Dead one, same thing. It's like that you got to have horror buddies.
You have to have friends.
Oh, OG butt stuff. I mean, yeah, I guess technically.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay.
Not on your horoscope, is it, Katie?
That is my horoscope.
Is it?
Yeah.
I can't believe Will works with you. That's dangerous.
You're stupid.
Got to keep you away from Roman Reigns.
Stop. Stop it. Okay, so let's give it a shot. We'll do.
You squared away?
Hold on. I'm figuring this out.
Okay. I was gonna say, like, the intro run, and then even though you're hosting tonight, I'll still introduce everybody and do like the stuff that I do, so you have time.
So yeah, you can run everything.
Tommy's trying not to laugh, but it's one of those things. All right. Let's run some shit. Let's get this show on the road, because we have to get through the show so we can get to the midnight meat train.
Ew.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the #1 horror podcast on places where you can find people having sex on the internet. Getting off. I am your host, the patron saint of podcasting, the warden, Matt Ritter, and I am here with my co-host. She is host of the She Leads Showcase, Inside the Mind of In the Crowd, Getting Off, and Story Time with Ms. Katie Kinsey. Baby.
Hey.
OG Butt Stuff has all the horoscope jokes, so he's already covered you and himself. What do you got for Aries, my guy? Because my birthday was 9 days ago. Well, he's doing that. How you doing, Katie? Doing good?
I'm good.
Does everyone know that Katie's in charge tonight? This is the Katie showcase, the Katie horror showcase. She's running the show. So
Katie's horror showcase. I mean, that.
except for that part where we do shit Matt made Katie watch, which was Night of the Demons, which is the end of the show, where we talk about movies you've never seen that I was like, hey, you're going to watch this for the show and tell everyone what you thought in spit or swallow format. I also, to help you out, made spit or swallows. So
thank you, because I definitely did not have enough.
We'll
Should have done this by myself.
Yes, Katie's getting off tonight. While I have everyone here, what?
What? I said just tonight.
Katie's just getting off tonight. Okay. While I have everyone here, I want to thank you if you're watching us live, whether it is at twitch.tv/Creation World, where if you have Amazon Prime, you have Prime Gaming. If you have Prime Gaming, you can link it to your Twitch account and get a free sub every single month, including this month. And with that free subscription, you can give it to your favorite Twitch streamer. It could be me. It should be me. Let's be honest. It's got to be me. But if it's not me, it could be Katie over at the Sheely Showcase. We got friends everywhere who are on Twitch, botched spots and chair shots, or just the entire Rivet City Radio Network. A bunch of great content out there. Use that free sub. Support your favorite Twitch streamers and content creators so that they can continue to do the things that you do, especially, or the things you enjoy, especially if it doesn't cost you anything. Right, Katie?
Right.
We've also got youtube.com/Creation World, where it is free to like, to subscribe, to comment. Katie, what does that do?
Boosts the algorithm and helps find new listeners.
I like how you held your pen up like it was a microphone.
This is my microphone. It's too far away.
And why is it important, Katie, for me to boost the algorithm and help us find new listeners?
Because you're a whore.
That is correct. I am a whore, ladies and gentlemen. I am a whore for your. Tommy's in the chat along with us. Matt's a whore. Whore for your entertainment, for your views, for your comments, for your interactions. I'm here to entertain you. That's the goal here, right? That's why we do this shit. I want to entertain you, but I don't want to just entertain you. Like, you're not enough for me. I need to be spread around. There's a lot of me going around. I'm basically the McRib. We talked about it last night. Except I come way more often than it does. So, with that being said, tell your friends, tell your family, tell your loved ones, tell the people that you don't like, anyone that you say, hey, you guys might, like this horror show that, or maybe the wrestling show that they got going on, or the nerd news show. Like, if they're into something that we have to offer, let them know so that they can come check us out and decide for themselves if they want more of me in their life. Generally, the answer is yes. Looks like subs got too many carbs for your blood pressure. Sorry, man. It was easy picking. Yes. Way too many carbs for my blood pressure. That's why I'm on a low-carb diet. However, you shouldn't be on a low-carb diet. What you should be doing is you should be flicking that bean and getting notified every time we go live, whether it is Fridays at 12 p.m. Central, 1 p.m. Eastern, for the Creation Conversation, or every Saturday, 10 p.m. Central, 11 p.m. Eastern, for Smackin' Raw, and every other Sunday, including right fucking now, 10 p.m. Central, 11 p.m. Eastern, for Getting Offed. Speaking of carbs and blood pressure, because they're high in these players, we got one more thing to talk about. We got a campaign going on. If you guys are following at It's Creation World, you're already pretty much most of the way there. But I am thrilled to announce a special giveaway to spice up your day. Get ready to dive into fun and win big. So what we got up for grabs is a D&D campaign case. It is the Creatures campaign case. And to enter into the raffle, dude, I'm not banning you. Follow us on Twitter at It's Creation World and subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Creation World, which we already talked about. It's right there at the bottom. You can go do that. Like and retweet the post with a screenshot of your subscription on YouTube and tell us the name of your favorite mythical creature. So if you are following us on Twitter, subscribe to our YouTube, like and retweet the tweet with the screenshot. Tell us your favorite mythical creature. You get entered in. If you tag 3 people, you get an extra entry in the drawing. And we're announcing the winners this upcoming Friday on the Creation Conversation. So good luck to everyone. Travis's goal here is He loves D&D. He wants to get more people into D&D. He tried with me and failed. So now he's reaching out to other people to see if he can get them into it. Or if you're already into it and this is something that you want that you don't have to add to your collection, it's an easy way to get it. Shipping is free in the United States. So go do those things. With all that said, are you good now? Did I babble long enough?
Oh yeah, I figured it out during the Twitch spiel.
It's your show, Katie.
It's my show. I get these now every now and then. So what I have done is I have gathered some horror news and rumors and things. Not a ton. 2 trailers as well, just to kind of cover our bases. Since Matt decided to take away my horror news and rumors at the beginning of every Getting Offed.
Listen, we are just trying not to do 5-hour episodes, all right? That last Leprechaun episode was 8 fucking movies we had to cover.
I know, and we've done like a 4-hour episode before, except we had to split it in 2. That was a long time of just sitting here. But you brought up Friday the 13th, the video game, and that was so crazy that you brought that up because I have news and rumors about that game.
The game?
The game.
Because I'm still waiting for the Camp Crystal Lake TV show to show up. Where the fuck is that at?
Not here yet. That's my answer for you. So the game, I actually cited where I got these things from because I'm trying to be good at that now. Bloody Disgusting, of course. Those are our people. So the game itself died in 2018.
Yeah.
Legal issues, nothing, they could do nothing about it, blah blah blah. And then fans were like, you know what we can do? We can rebuild this. We can bring it back. So they were calling it Friday the 13th, the game Resurrected. And it was going to have new skins, playable content, like characters from Jason X and the 2009 remake. And then Horror Inc. said, nope, and sent them a cease and desist. So now the game is officially dead in the water.
I did everything there was to do in that Friday the 13th game, except for for whatever reason, I didn't pre-order it because I didn't know what the fuck it was going to be. And I wish I had, because there was a very special Jason from Hell skin that I really wanted, where it was all red and burning and shit underneath the mask. And
yeah,
and you couldn't unlock it in the game, which pissed me off. You couldn't get it after the fact. You had to pre-order it to get it. And if you didn't pre-order it, you were just fucked. So as you're talking, I'm like, now I get more skins. I get more Jason. I get to go to space. I get to kill motherfuckers in space. Maybe cryo freeze somebody and smash their face. This sounds amazing. And of course, Horror Inc. told me to go fuck myself. I got excited for nothing.
Yeah. No, yeah, they definitely did that to you. And it was crazy because it was 2 separate articles from Bloody Disgusting. First one being like, yeah, new skins, new things. And then 2 days later, LOL, just kidding.
I did see what you did there, Tommy, by the way. That's all right. So I understand the idea behind intellectual property. We've had these discussions because of the stuff WWE did with the Twitch shit, right? I understand it. But it fucking sucks because what are you doing with it, Horror Inc.? Are you making a game? Are you releasing content for us? Where's my fucking Friday the 13th? Where's my Friday the 13th shit? So that I can enjoy it. You own the intellectual property. You're not doing shit with it. So you're just letting it sit on the fucking shelf. Give me what I want.
Give me what I want. Ow, my pens.
Tommy, what kind of content are we talking, bro?
What even? I don't know. Okay.
I kind of want to see Tommy grease himself up and wrestle a gator.
What the fuck? It's the most Florida shit.
He's from Florida.
I know. That's why I said it. He will. He will for you.
Fuck yes.
Fuck yes.
He's done it
What?
before.
What the fuck? I don't.
Maybe we should. Maybe like one of the movies I should add to the list of like shit I need to make Katie watch is Alligator. So apparent like there's this movie where this kid like gets a pet alligator and like flushes it down the toilet, and then it grows up in the sewers of like New York, and it gets giant, and then like gets out and starts killing people.
Can we not?
I'll think about it. We
Hey,
got 3 months of Night of the Demons, so
I was gonna say you might forget we even had this conversation in 2 months, my
more than
guy.
likely.
So good. Tommy will watch it. There you go. Somebody will watch it for you. It will be me, unless I have to.
And he'll remind me.
Fuck you, Tommy. Okay. So I have a question for you. I kind of want to know if you know the answer. What is one horror movie that still scares the shit out of me to this day?
One horror movie that still scares the shit out of you to this day.
The answer is not Asia, Tommy. It's specifically the ending of a movie. We have
Like, I
talked
was
about it
thinking-
once or twice.
I'm sure we have. And I was thinking Paranormal Activity.
No, that still does scare me though, because that shit
So
I
I
was.
wasn't wrong.
But you're in the right. You're in the right ballpark with the type of movie it is.
Blair Witch Project.
Bingo. Yeah, scare the shit out of me. The basement, no. With the corner, no. I
Barricade haunts her dreams, but not for the reason that it was scary. Barricade was fucking awful.
No, Barricade keeps me up at night because of it was awful.
Before we get into question, Katie, would
Uh-huh.
you rather? I got a would you
no.
rather for you, Katie. Would you rather rewatch Barricade or rewatch the Texas Dildo Masquerade with the Rack?
Well, how long was that?
About as long as Barricade. They're about the same length.
Give me the porn parody.
That's what I thought.
Fuck you.
You do realize "Give Me the Porn" parody is probably going to get clipped if TC hears this.
He's not gonna hear it, so it's fine.
You never know.
It's fine.
OG Butt Stuff said Poltergeist 2 scared the shit out of me as a kid. Yeah, no, I feel that. I think Poltergeist 3 more so when they were in the fucking high rise freaked me the fuck out. Tommy was chanting for someone that's not showing up this episode. I'm sorry, Tommy. Maybe one day, but not this one.
Not this one. Not with me at the helm.
Blair Witch Project.
Blair Witch Project. Okay, so it's like one of the coolest movies of all time, and it kind of started that like found footage theme that we've seen in Paranormal Activity, Hell House LLC. Fantastic movie, by the way. If nobody's seen it, go check it out. So again, bloody disgusting. We're getting another Blair Witch Project movie. I know.
Did you see the second one?
I think we talked about this. Because
So there's 3 right now because there's the Blair Witch Project, then there's Blair Witch Project 2, which wasn't found footage but had nudity. Then there was the one that they just did a couple years ago, where like
I
the
know
brother
I've
went to go
seen
find his
that
sister.
one.
Yeah,
I know I've seen that one. Second one, possibly. But it's gonna be a Lionsgate Blumhouse production. Does that say Ray or Roy? Hold on, I can't read my writing. I think it says Ray Lee, who produced The Blair Witch in 2016. He's gonna be at the helm of this. Or he's gonna be the producer for this. But that they haven't really released anything about it yet. How do you feel about another Blair Witch Project movie being made by the same producer of the one from 2016?
I enjoyed the one from 2016, so I'm not mad at that. Like I'm down. I'm cool. Book of Shadows, Blair Witch 2 was the name of it.
I feel like I have seen that then.
And I believe Erica, who may be one of the lead actresses, is the girlfriend of the blonde dude in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake.
Girlfriend of the blonde.
The other girl in the van besides Jessica Biel.
Oh, okay. That's all you say.
There's two.
No way.
Well, there were three at one point because they picked the girl up on the side of the road. Anyway,
That's fine.
not her.
Not her. Yeah. So Blair Witch Project, new project. I'll keep an open mind because like the other two weren't absolutely terrible, but they weren't the best. Because you can't. It's the OG. Like it was so profound.
That.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Like I said, I kind of liked what they did with the 2016 one. 16?
Yeah.
16?
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm not mad at it. We'll see. Technology, even in the last 8 years, has come pretty far too, as far as CGI and shit. So like, hopefully, we can do some cool shit and make it fun again. I mean, we've seen Renaissance in horror franchises like Halloween and Scream. And attempted or Evil Dead, and then attempted renaissances and things like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and I attempted. So fuck it, I'm down.
Fuck it. And I mean, who knows? Like the Paranormal Activity franchise, the first one's scary, second one terrifying. The third one, scariest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, they kept that shit going for at least the first.
Until we got to the marked ones, and then they fucked everything up.
I legitimately don't think I ever watched the marked ones.
Yeah, like the marked ones, the Ghost Dimension, like when it stopped numbering, when they stopped numbering Paranormal Activity and just started giving them extra titles. Because there was another one that I watched. I didn't think I had watched it, but I had watched it. Where like they go out to this fucking house in the middle of fucking nowhere. Like they get stuck in Amish country and they're filming some shit. And you find out that the girl actually grew up in this fucking Amish town. And like there was a cult. Like it was a bunch of crazy shit. Yeah.
Oh. I didn't know that one.
Yeah. You should look up Paranormal Activities. There's one more
that's on our list for franchises to do.
That's going to be a lot of them too. But
I know. Tis on the list.
Tis on the list.
Tis on the list.
What else is on your list?
A scary movie. You know, one of the best parody movies of all fucking time. One and
two were some of the best parody movies. And then they like...
No, then it gets weird.
Not a fan. 4, absolutely not. Then like the people that did those started doing like... Meet the Spartans.
Like the superhero movie and
disaster movie and
but like the first one and the second one specifically, fantastic parody movies. Okay, so again from Play Disgusting because that's where I get like everything from. I get it from two things.
Yes.
And Paramount decided that next year they're going to reboot Scary Movie. Now, I have a few gripes with this. One, if this is just all wrapped up in one. I need Anna Faris. Is it Regina Hall? Yeah, Brenda, and the Wayans. I need them all involved, or I'm not watching this shit.
I don't even know that I need that, right? I just need the Wayans brothers in some way, shape, or form involved in the creation and production of it. Like,
fair.
At this point, they're kind of, depending on what scary movies they're covering, they're definitely too old to be playing parody versions of teenagers, which they were then, but now even more so. Same thing with that Anna Faris and so.
But like, I just need Cindy and Brenda. Like, that's what I need. That's what helps make those movies funny.
Yeah.
Like, Cindy, TV's leaking. Like, come on. Classic. Classic behavior. Funny fucking shit.
That's 3? I'll say that's 3.
But it's still funny.
Yeah.
They mimicked it with Alexa and Bianca
Yeah,
in
I
the
know.
ring.
And it was great. Yeah, it was fantastic.
See, so like it's fine. But I did see a lot of tweets about this that like Melissa Barrera has the opportunity to do the funniest thing in the world since she's not with Scream anymore.
And be in Scary Movie as herself.
And just
That would be
I was
fantastic.
I was like, shit. Okay, I'm down. If that happens, I'm okay with it.
Then I'm back. I'm back.
Then you got me back. You hooked me back. Fine. I'll stick around. You got me. Yeah, so I saw that and I was like, that's another thing we don't need a reboot of, but like, let's see what you can do, I guess.
Well, I was also going to say, like, because Scary Movie didn't just parody Scream, right? Like, it was the main premise of it, but it
Oh, it was a
covered a
few
bunch of
movies.
other stuff. We could also have Anna Faris come back as kind of like the Laurie Strode character from, you know, the last set of Halloweens. You know,
Okay.
there's some possibilities. There's some possibilities.
Okay.
There were legacy characters in Scream 4 and 5 as well, or 5 and 6. Was it? Yeah, 5 and 6.
Yeah, and then Dewey had died.
Dewey had to die.
But I was sad. That
Listen,
still hurts.
Would you have rather had Dewey die or Gail die? Because one of them had to go.
I guess. Whatever.
They also killed off dude, Officer Mindy. Was it Mindy?
Oh,
Dude's mom.
Officer Hicks?
Yes, Officer Hicks.
Judy.
There we go. Judy Hicks. Yeah.
Judy
Killed
Hicks.
her off.
Look at me go. Give me Scream,
With the
Judy.
vest,
I'm
save the
in.
chest.
Crazy. You want to do a trailer?
I can do a trailer. You want to go Speak No Evil first?
Yes, sir.
Roger that.
Roger Dodger.
This is my husband, Ben.
Patrick Feld, this is my wife, Kira.
This is Agnes.
Has some trouble communicating. He can be a bit insecure.
It's Vesper. Yeah.
Okay, that's not Magneto.
I won't
Okay.
call the fun police if you don't.
I thought we got Xavier and Magneto in another movie together. And I was like, really?
No, that would have been perfect.
My practice. You're a lawyer. Doctor, listen, you have to come and visit. Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah? Yeah. Done.
It's so quiet around here. We don't even have any neighbors.
Hey, you made it!
Welcome.
Ta-da!
You are VIP guests.
Just to remind you, I'm a vegetarian.
Our gift to you.
That is so. I'm.
Louise, doctor's orders.
Nobody tries to put meat in my wife's mouth if she doesn't want it.
Very good.
Settle in. I promise you guys, it could be a great weekend.
I already got it. Another man tried to put meat
How
in my
long's
wife's
it been?
mouth, and he was like,
17
very good,
years.
isn't it? I beat the shit out of
17
it.
It's just like,
Wow.
You get less.
okay.
Something's not right with him.
He has a condition. Makes it hard for me.
Thank you. It was bothering me.
Sometimes it's okay to think things.
You
but
could have
can't
changed it,
actually
too.
say them.
I know.
Oh no.
Thank God there's a doctor in the house.
I'm not a doctor. What?
But didn't you say you were a doctor?
Did I?
Looks like he got jacked again.
Look at their faces.
It's a smash through and
course I'm a
through
bloody
all day,
doctor.
every day on David McAvoy. That's a
Agnes,
fine
why
looking
don't you
fucking
intro
man.
us to the dance that you
Even
all
Crazy McAvoy?
Yes.
And what is wrong with you? Just feel
He did
the
get
rhythm
jacked,
in your
that's
feet.
crazy.
Right, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the one.
What is wrong with you? I want to pack up the car and I want to leave right now.
I'm just sad to see you go.
Yeah, that's awkward. But you try to put
You
your
can
meat in my wife's
unlock
mouth
you
now you're kissing
and be
on her?
completely normal.
I've been pretending it's normal since we got here. Dad?
Remember that time you guys came to stay?
flipped out and tried to leave without saying goodbye?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
It feels like it's going to be one of those movies that takes forever to fucking build.
Fair.
Like there's going to be 45 minutes of bullshit before anything happens, and when it does happen, it's going to be less than half of the movie.
So, for those who couldn't tell in the trailer, the boy's tongue is cut out, hence why he doesn't talk in the movie. This is based off of another movie, also called Speaking of Evil. I believe, I looked it up, it is a Danish movie, but it's like the same premise. Two couples, the one goes to the other's house, tongues and things are cut out, hence Speak No Evil. But that movie came out in 22. So 2022, 2 years ago, was that movie. I remember hearing about that movie specifically because I think it was on Netflix at the time. People were like, this is one of the most fucked up horror movies I've ever seen. Because shit went down, I guess. I didn't watch it. But if this is going to be anything like that, it'll probably be equally as fucked up. And I'm in, because James McAvoy plays crazy very well.
He does. Just because we've talked about like a lot of the A24 stuff, I'm not a huge fan of. Some of it I am, some of it I'm not.
Yeah.
I might wait for streaming for that one just in case, because I'm iffy.
That's fair.
It feels like I don't know that it was A24, but it felt A24.
It was not A24. It was Universal.
Okay. Well, we will see.
We will see. Did you watch Five Nights at Freddy's?
I did.
What did you think of Five Nights at Freddy's?
I mean, as someone, so well, no, it's interesting, right? Because I watch a lot of video game or a lot of shows and movies based on video games that I've never played.
Yeah.
So I don't go in with the biases that a lot of the people who are faithful to the game series have.
Mm-hmm.
So I can just go in and enjoy it for what the fuck it was. Yeah. And when you talk about playing crazy really well, your boy Matthew Lillard, I enjoyed Five Nights at Freddy's. I'm actually watching Fallout right now. And as you know, Will and Allison, huge Fallout fans. I know absolutely nothing about the series except for like the little dude with the thumb and the Nuka-Cola and shit like that. But like the actual story, I know nothing about. So I don't know if they're being faithful to it or not.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed the first episode that we watched. It was kind of fucking crazy. I'm interested to see where it goes because you watched that before we came on here. But Five Nights at Freddy's, I enjoyed it for what it was.
So you're going to love Five Nights at Freddy's 2 that comes out next fall.
Okay.
It is officially announced. There was obviously teases about it because I didn't actually watch it. I planned on it and it just slipped my mind.
I think you enjoyed it.
Well, it's Matthew Lillard, so like, of course I'm going to enjoy it. But I know some of the lore from the games because there's just like 18 games. There's so many. There's too many. It's like certain franchises, like it's like the Fast and Furious of video games. Like there's so many, and all of them aren't needed. So like I know a little bit about the story itself of Five Nights at Freddy's, and even like Matthew Lillard said in interviews like throughout the past few months that he signed on for a 3-movie deal, and obviously there was gonna be a sequel, which makes sense. It's a popular franchise. They marketed off it. It made really good fucking money. Why not? You know?
Yeah.
So, but like they've kept everything like under wraps. They haven't announced really anything. They just said in fall around like October-ish next year.
Okay.
So.
No, I'm down for that. Like I said, I enjoyed the shit out of it. I didn't know anything going in, so I had no. I feel like that's a because we've talked about like we live in an era of like where the multiverses exist, right? And like you can create something. They actually had something I believe for PC that was basically like Mortal Kombat but with horror characters. It was.
That sounds phenomenal. What the fuck?
Was it?
Why did I not know this existed?
Because it's old and the graphics are shitty.
This was probably before I was like born.
Maybe. Because you're 12.
I'm 27, Tryon. No, Savannah's 12.
I should really up. Terrordome is what it's called. Rise of the Boogeymen.
Okay.
So Terrordome, Rise of the Boogeymen, is a fan-made fighting game by Hurricane Studios for the PC. The game features the most iconic horror movie characters such as Jason, Freddy, Leatherface, Michael Myers fighting against each other. It also features stages and environments based on the movies they're from. There's a story mode, a versus mode. There's training. Ghostface, Leatherface, Michael Myers, the Tall Man, Matt Cordell, Ash, Pumpkinhead, Herbert West, Undead Jason Voorhees, Classic Jason Voorhees, Chucky, Freddy Krueger, Candyman, and Pinhead are all in the chapters. Does it say when it came out? I'm trying to see when it came out, but no, it's definitely an old school PC game. But yeah, no, Terrordome exists.
No,
I don't know that it has Edward Scissorhands though, so there's that. Well, that's just the story mode. But anyway, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about multiverses. So with that being a thing, like we talk about Marvel and everyone's like, oh, they didn't stick to the comics. It's like, yeah, but there's fucking multiverses in the comics and like things can happen in a different way. And you don't care if you read about it in a comic, but you care about it if you watch it on TV, this and that, blah, blah, blah. So like, I try not to let that shit bother me. But also having no preconceived notions going into it made it far more enjoyable because I wasn't expecting anything. I wasn't hoping for anything more than what it was.
Yeah. I mean, the animatronics were there, and that's all that really matters for the movie.
Fair.
And it was the Jim Henson Studios who created the puppets, and they will be creating, or the animatronics, and they will be a part of the next movie as well.
It really does. Like, I'm happy that they don't do that at Chuck E. Cheese anymore. Like, they have like a guy in a suit come out, and then it's all like on screens and shit now. Because I thought about that when we had to go to a birthday party for Zoe at Chuck E. Cheese. I'm like, I watched this movie, and I got to go like hang out with an animatronic fucking animal band. Oh no!
I used to love the Animal Band. Don't put it on screen.
I wasn't going to.
Good.
We got next.
Saw. You know, our guy Billy. I have a little plush of Billy the Puppet somewhere. Jigsaw, our main guy, our main squeeze. So originally this movie was going to come out later this year, I believe. However, Saw 11 has a new release date, September 26th, 2025.
Okay.
So kind of a year difference, but they had their promotion for it was they just had a video on Twitter of Billy, the puppet, on his tricycle rounding into frame and just like being like, I need more time to perfect my traps, so you'll just have to bear with me kind of shit. And I was like, see, that's smart. I like that. But I don't necessarily know why they delayed it so long. I just want cool fucking kills.
All right. So he said the original Saw was epic, and it was. We did the Saw franchise for revamping the show. One of my favorite things about the Saw franchise that I've talked about is that it is one of the most complete stories from Saw to Saw 8, 7. I think it's 7. Maybe it's 8. It might be 8. Saw to Saw 8. So everything that is the John Kramer story, not counting Saw 10. if you follow it through, it is a complete story. There's virtually no issues. Actually,
Yeah.
United is supposed to be up here right now.
It's not your show.
It's not your show. Canon wise, with what they do in the movies, like it is fucking seamless. They set things up from one movie going into the next movie. It is fantastic, and I love it. So there is that. However, then we got Jigsaw, which wasn't terrible.
Mm-hmm.
It was different. It could have been cool start to a new franchise, but it wasn't. We got from the book of Saw, Spiral, which was interesting. Also different take. Chris Rock was fun. And then we got Saw X, which you enjoyed more than I did.
Yeah. Yeah. But I don't know. Maybe because I didn't necessarily like grow up or like watch all the Saw movies when they were coming out and everything like that. I watched them sporadically and periodically throughout my life. And then obviously for this, I watched them all in order. So maybe I just had a different light on everything, especially because we did just like cover it a few months before I think 10 came out.
Yeah, I don't know. It felt too predictable for me, which I guess that's on me. When you watch and you love the franchise, you see the twist coming. Like it didn't feel like a twist to me. Like it felt very obvious what was coming and what happened. I also didn't like the weird happy ending that, like.
Yeah. I know.
Because it's
fair.
I know what it was. This was a story about John Kramer, centered around John Kramer and what was going on with John Kramer. Whereas
you were like, this isn't my Saw.
Whereas every Saw before Saw 10 was about the people that John Kramer was testing, and then we got bits and pieces of John throughout the franchise and what was going on with him in his life. He was the main villain, but he wasn't the main character in the story.
He wasn't the main focus.
When we made him the main focus, it was weird to me.
I get that.
So
I get that.
I think that's what my issue was.
Maybe Saw 11 will turn you around, bring you back on the John Kramer train. Choo choo. Sorry, I thought it was funny. Anyways, I'm gonna move on.
Trains.
What?
The only train I want to ride is that midnight meat train.
Ew. You got 20 minutes.
I got more than 20. Well, 20 for you.
Yeah, because I'm in the future and time is kind of real here.
No, it really is. When you watch it from 1 through, I think it's 8, which is the last one. The story in it is fucking amazing. They set everything up.
7.
It's 7? Saw 7?
8 is Jigsaw, 9 is Spiral.
Okay. For some reason, I didn't think Spiral counted in the count, but I could be wrong.
I thought it did.
We can look it up.
It's
available.
It's Googleable. Shout out to TC.
It's the last one that has a fucking Roman numeral at the end. Saw 2, Saw 11. I Saw the Devil. Saw 3. Saw 5. Saw 6. Jigsaw. Saw 3D. I think is the one, which was.
I think that's 7.
No, yeah, you're right. That's 7.
Well, motherfucker.
Jigsaw's. Yeah, all right. I'll give it to you. So yeah, 1 through 7.
See,
yeah, no,
escape rooms.
Have you watched the escape room movies?
I saw the first one in theaters. I've seen bits and pieces of the second one via TikTok.
Okay.
Because TikTok decides to show me like full movies and TV shows in like 18,000 parts. I don't even ask for it; it just shows up sometimes.
It is so fucking cold in here. She's got the air on, so she's got like the Google Nest setting to like between 66 and 70.
Okay.
Like cooling and heating, and fucking Christ, it's cold in this.
See, that's crazy because I'm sweating my ass off right now. So
moving to the basement.
We're doing great. No, our basement's creepy.
That's a perfect setting for a horror podcast.
No. Actually, the
Okay.
service on there is awful.
Fair.
It's terrible. You like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, right?
I do like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
So, how do you feel about a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle horror movie?
You know how I feel. Listen, you refuse to watch Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
Yeah, because it's stupid.
And all of the other fun shit that's coming out, which I might just,
Baby.
I can also put on the shit Mac made Katie watch list. So
Winnie the Poohniverse? God damn it.
are the turtles killers? Or is it like if the turtles were raised by an evil rat that wanted to murder humans?
So, this is from Hollywood Reporter. We're switching it up now. This is going to be a rated R Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie called The Last Ronin.
Okay. So that's actually based on a comic.
Yes,
Okay.
I know.
Yes.
I do know. And I have a little screenshot thing from the article, basically just summarizing everything because I wasn't writing all this down in the notebook. The Last Ronin is about as terrifying as a turtle's tale can get. Set in a totalitarian. Never mind. I'm not even gonna try and say it.
Totalitarian.
Thank you. I could say it sometimes. Future New York City, the comic miniseries told of how the Turtles and Master Splinter are killed off one by one by the grandson of the villainous Shredder and synthetic ninjas. One turtle manages to survive, barely, and vows to exact bloody revenge. One trick of the book was that it wasn't clear for a while at least which one of the turtles lived, as the survivor had the weapons of all four.
But I know which one survived. So, and I haven't read the comics. I got spoilers.
I feel like I could. I don't know. I think I saw like a brief photo, and I think I know which one it is. But like, I don't want to be wrong.
You're gonna have to watch the movie and find out.
Well, yeah, and I mean, shit, the turtles getting murdered by the grandson of Shredder. I'm in. Shit, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm in. Say less. Then Shredder is eaten by the sewer gator. Callback.
Yeah, from Alligator, the movie that we're going to talk about.
No, we're not talking about it.
We are talking about it.
No.
I was like, if
Nor.
we have time at the end of the show, or maybe during the Midnight Meat Train, I'm going to pull up the trailer for Alligator for you.
Stop. No. I can't wait for the one where it's like, I get to pick a shitty movie, like, or we all get to pick a shitty movie for everyone else to watch.
Yeah.
For one of our panel ones.
It's got to
I'm
be
gonna pick
a
the
horror
worst.
one also.
I'm gonna pick the worst fucking horror movie I've ever seen in my entire life.
Barricade? Make
No,
everyone
because we
rewatch
already covered that.
Barricade.
We already covered that. No, I have a few ideas floating around in his brain. So, all right, my last thing, because it's taking up a little bit of time. Trailer number 2.
All right. I'm excited for this one. and
I haven't
also
actually really
terrified.
watched this trailer yet, so
Kind of terrified.
So, Maxine, your agent tells us you're quite a popular name in adult film and entertainment. Is that correct?
I'm in.
I'm curious, did you always want to be in that line of work?
I always wanted to be famous.
If you need to read off the sides we gave you, just go ahead, all right?
I know the lines.
She turns to the camera and, through her trauma, addresses the lens directly.
Name 5 celebrities who got their start in horror movies.
Jamie Lee Curtis, John Travolta, Demi Moore, Brooke Shields, and
Maxine fucking Mintz.
I don't like walking out here with a freaking Night Stalker guy, no loose.
The Night Stalker.
Night Stalker?
Night Stalker is terrorizing Los Angeles.
I can handle myself.
So said every bad girl in Hollywood.
Maxine, I'm the private detective. I had to find you. My employer is a very powerful man. Past
Bates Motel?
ain't finished with you. He's gonna keep knocking at your door.
Tragically, another victim of the Night Stalker.
If I knew 3 people who were murdered in 3 days, I'd be pretty scared. What are you hiding, Maxine?
If I tell you something, we've got confidentiality.
What'd you do?
This is the defining role of your career. Whatever's going on in your life that's interfering with this picture, squash it.
I intend to. Maxine!
Maxine.
Maxine!
Maxine.
You're a fucking movie star.
Fuck yes.
Say less.
Fuck yes. No, I'm all in for that. I am all in for that. What's up, Chris? Thanks for swinging through.
All the different bits and pieces of horror and true crime in general. Like, the Night Stalker was a real person.
Mm-hmm. There's a movie about that too. Or wasn't it in American Horror Story as well? Or
yes and no. 1984.
Okay, yeah.
Like the second, like, kind of half of that season, it was very interesting. I think it's like the last season, like, fully watched. Terrible. But there's also like a good documentary about it, about Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker, on Netflix. I can't remember what the name of it, but a fantastic. Just as someone who loves true crime, like, that was something that always interests me. Like Bates Motel, all the, like, horror VHS tapes that someone was trying to debunk on Twitter, but I couldn't really, like, follow it. Just everything. This is gonna be great.
And then she's a porn star, which means the stuff that I loved from X that I didn't get in
Pearl.
How
dare you?
Maybe I didn't really like Pearl. We talked about it.
Don't disrespect Pearl.
I'm just saying, it wasn't for me.
Don't disrespect her. She'll go crazy.
I'm getting the stuff from X that I missed in Pearl back, or maybe a little bit. So.
Oh yeah, they like, one of the descriptions about it was like graphic, intense horror, nudity, all this shit. Halsey's in this movie.
Kevin Bacon's in this movie.
Giancarlo Esposito.
And mind you, I love all kinds of bacon, but Kevin might be my favorite.
I love all types of bacon, but when
it's between Kevin and the homemade bacon that Will made me. I'm not sure which one I love more.
Don't lie, you love Will's meat.
Will's meat was delicious.
I told
Speaking of delicious meat, and my apparently carb intake that OG Butt Stuff was talking about earlier, something that is very important, ladies and gentlemen, is your health. And if you want to know more about your health, we have a little something here that we need to talk to you about, or Travis is going to talk to you about. But before we get to that, we need to talk to you about our Patreon. Patreon.com/Creation World, where for $1 you get 3 shows. And it's not just 3. It's not like you pay $1 and then you get a new episode, right? The entire back catalog of 2 of the shows is there, and it is extensive. So Return to Wrestling with Matt and Travis. Me and Travis, who I've known since the 3rd grade, have been friends since the 4th grade, sit down. We watch WCW from the very first Nitro all the way up to where we are currently at. So the latest episode that you can watch available now if you subscribe today is Road Wild 1998 with Diamond Dallas Page and Jay Leno facing off against Eric Bischoff and Hulk Hogan in the main event. We are also gearing up to release later this month, within the next week or 2, War Games 1998, Fall Brawl 1998 War Games, and the return of the Ultimate Warrior. Well, not really return. Well, kind of. Anyway, Ultimate Warrior in WCW. So you get those. You also, for that same dollar, get Multiverse with Travis Amar. So if you are a fan of DC animated films, Travis Amar break down all of that stuff. The last episode they dropped is Under the Red Hood, so you can check that out. But everything that they've covered, whether it's Flashpoint, all of the stuff, DC animated films that they've got into so far, all available for you to check out their reviews, listen, see if you like what they thought about them, or if they reviewed something that you weren't sure about, you want to go check out, you can hear their thoughts on that. And then last but not least, the newest episode, or the newest show to the Patreon, again, same dollar. If you have to ask, it is me and my wife, Kate, and occasionally some guests like Katie, sitting down, reading Reddit posts, Am I the Asshole posts, and kind of going through those, and then joking around, getting a little bit into our personal lives, stuff like that. So it is a good time. It's hilarious. We talk a lot of shit on that show about these assholes and their dumb opinions that they decided to put on the internet. So for $1, you get all that shit. If you go to patreon.com/creationworld, which you should, we have other tiers. Everything that $1 tier is available in the other tiers. I really need to take my elbows off the table so I stop shaking. It doesn't look like I'm in a fucking earthquake. You've had one of those in the last couple weeks. You don't need another. Anyway, you check out the other tiers. We offer other shit, but everything that $1 tier is available in all of the higher tiers. So as you go up, you only get more stuff. You don't lose it. One of those tiers offers our shows ad-free. So if you watch them after the fact and you don't want to listen to the ads, you don't have to if you pay for that tier. However, if you are watching us live, we have sponsors, which brings me back to health and why health is important, and my blood pressure and your blood pressure and your sexual well-being, and, get tested for STDs, all those things. Travis is here to talk to you about it. It's a good time.
Y'all, I know we're having a lot of fun right now, but I actually want to talk to you about something very important: your health. You see, life is full of twists and turns, and that's why having the right health insurance matters. I want to make sure you have the coverage you need without breaking the bank, and that starts with speaking to me for absolutely no charge. Having health insurance isn't just about doctor visits, though. It's about living a healthier, happier life. Physical health and mental well-being go hand in hand, and that's why the plans I represent cover not just the physical, but the mental aspects of your health as well. And here's the deal: I'm very good at what I do. So not only can I find you the perfect plan, but I might even be able to get you one for free. That's right, free advice and a free plan. Your health is too important to compromise. So let's chat, find the right plan, and ensure your well-being. Just visit health.creationworld.com today to schedule a free consultation. The link is right here in the description. That's health.creationworld.com. Your health, your future.
You're muted.
I was making a banner and I was taking too long. For the next part of the show, which is
Yay.
And this month it was, Katie,
Night of the Demons.
Fucking right it was. So we watched the trailer. You were interested from the trailer, or at least Night of the Demons 2 trailer. I don't remember if we got the first one.
I don't think we ever watched the first one. I think we just watched the second one.
How did you feel about this movie?
It wasn't the worst thing you've ever made me watch. Barricade. It's always gonna be the worst one. Also wasn't the best thing you've made me watch. So it's like, what, 1988? I think you described it the other day because we were talking about it, like just like a good B horror movie.
Yes and no, because as I'm watching it, because it was from the 80s, it doesn't feel like a B horror movie. This was one of those movies that when I walked into the video store and I saw the cover art for, I was scared based off the VHS cover art. Like, it was amazing. It was Demon Angela invites you to her party. Like, it was good shit. I enjoyed that aspect of it. And then eventually when I got old enough to actually watch it, because there was a lot of nudity and a lot of sex in this movie, because it was the 80s. I watched that. I watched Night of the Demons 2. I watched Night of the Demons 3, which I can't still find anywhere. And then the Night of the Demons remake that came out like 10 years ago or so. So with speaking of Scary Movie, Shannon Elizabeth, who was in the first Scary Movie, is in
Mhm.
that. So yeah, no, I enjoyed this. This was something that we kind of talked about. It didn't seem like anyone was interested in watching the entire franchise for like a full breakdown. So I thought it was something that you and I could do thing by thing for Shit Matt made Katie watch.
Shit made Katie watch.
You want to go with your spits and swallows?
Sure. Swallows, specifically the music. I don't know what it is about some horror movies, just like the like electronic 80s pop kind of going on, especially in the opening credits. I was like, okay, I can fuck with this. All right, I'm in. You got me kind of hooked.
You're gonna hate me for doing this, but
What?
I'm gonna give you center stage while you do your spits and swallows.
What the fuck? Fine, go. Whatever. Jesus. I know you can still hear me anyways, it doesn't matter. So music, big swallow. Also just the opening in general, the like credit scenes that they did. It was like kind of animated, but also not super fun, super campy. And I liked that. I guess I'll just do all of my swallows first. Using your assets, pun very much intended, to steal from a convenience store. Women gotta do what they gotta do. Use your sex appeal. Do what you can. It was Angela was the one stealing, and her friend, whose name I didn't write down, was being the distraction.
I wrote it down though.
What is her name?
Susie. Suzanne.
Suzanne.
I wrote Susie first because not Pig, the guy that was the pig, which was Stooge, called her Susie Q, and that was the first time I caught her name, and then it was Suzanne after that. However, also on my list, Angela robbing a convenience store by having Suzanne flashing some upskirt panties to the clerks.
I mean, if you got it, flaunt it, use it to your advantage. Fuck it. Men are creepy. They're going to stare at you anyways. Use it for your advantage. You know? That's what I say. What else do I have on here? I don't know if it's necessarily so just the party itself is a swallow, but it's more so like the seance part of the party is cooler to me because it's like they're all hanging out, drinking, partying, whatever. And then Angela's like, let's do something spooky. We're in a haunted house. Let's have a seance. And they find this creepy ass old mirror because it's a morgue, or it used to be like a mortuary. Why is this the biggest fucking house I have ever seen in my entire life? Like,
thanks, Chris. Have a good night.
it was
so
huge.
I believe like mortuaries back then were also doubled as funeral homes. So like, this is where you would go.
But like huge.
Yeah.
Crazy. That like just like the outside shot of the house was just, I was like, damn, this is like a mansion out
And
there.
morticians also maybe worked from home, essentially.
This is also very true. You're giving good points. I can agree.
I had it as a spit though, because
Why?
why the fuck? Because who thinks it is a good idea on Halloween to go to a haunted mortuary, which we know because something we'll talk about later in my swallows, and do a fucking seance on Halloween in a haunted
bitches
mortuary?
like spooky things.
What up, Will?
I will. Like, hello, Halloween, seance, spooky. I'm a spooky bitch. I would actually no, I wouldn't do a seance on Halloween.
I was gonna say, Katie, if you're gonna tell me you would do a seance, we are never going anywhere haunted. Ever.
I was at Eastern State Penn. I could have done a seance if I really wanted to. Nobody would have found me. But no, that actually like it like the idea of a seance scares me because I'm like, I know shit's on the other side. No, thank you. But like, I like spooky shit. I like going places that are haunted.
I don't know if they stole Baby Ruth's from what I'm guessing you meant to say gas station. We're gonna go with gas station versus what
yeah, that's
odd
definitely
autocorrect that happened there. I don't
Yeah,
know how
crazy.
that autocorrect happened. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's so weird.
On Halloween, I was a sea turtle because I had a straw stuck in my nose and a bag on my face. I was trying to think of something clever. I mean, you could have also
You took too much time.
Any horror movie, like
You took
works
too much
both
time.
ways.
I moved on.
I used a Ouija board at the Thompson House once, a haunted hotel here in Tennessee. Stop doing dumb white people shit, Will.
No, see, I don't fucks with Ouija boards. I've been to the Ouija board museum in Salem twice, which like you definitely like feel some bad juju when you go in there. Shit, like I was like a little lightheaded. But no, I wouldn't like purposely use a Ouija board. No, thank you. I'll look at them from a distance. They're pretty. But like,
What else you got for
seance.
swallows?
I still liked the seance, especially because we got a little bit of foreshadowing happening there when hold on. Did I write her name down? No. Wait. I did not. I don't know the girl's name.
Our main character?
No. Not Judy? Jody? I don't remember which one it is. Judy. I wrote both.
So we had Judy.
Mm-hmm.
We had Suzanne, who was in the pink.
Yes. Angela in
Then
the black.
we had Angela in the black. We had Franny, who was the Asian girl in the coffin.
Yes.
And then we had Helen in the toga.
Helen. Okay. Thank you. Oh, yeah, because she got fucking bullied the whole time by Stooge, that piece of shit. He's a spit, by the way. Just, I don't like him. Sexist, racist, homophobic, all the things. Not my cup of tea. That guy sucks.
Bad things
There's a
happen.
reason
Bad
he was a
people in
pig.
movies.
Yeah, true. But going back to this, Helen sees a vision of herself, we come to find out, falling against the windshield of a car, dead, and so like I think that was kind of cool. They did a lot of foreshadowing in this movie, and I did like that. I did appreciate that. I don't
Maybe no, hold on. Maybe it's because cavemen didn't have any unfinished business. Maybe they finished all their business. There wasn't a lot of going on back then, right? Like there wasn't a whole lot of business to have finished back in the day.
The Neanderthals?
Yeah. I don't know.
But yeah, the foreshadowing done in this movie is a swallow for sure. Because they talk about like the underground stream and how like spirits can't it was like bad spirits can't cross it because of the land. And I was like, oh, this will come back at some point, won't it? I love when movies do that shit, especially when it's so blatantly obvious.
It sounds like you're enjoying this movie the more you talk about it.
I didn't say it was bad. Just saying. What was I gonna say? Because like Franny's boyfriend, who's like in the scrubs, was like, he was like, hey, look, I'm ignoring it, and like used his stethoscope to like hear the water. I was like, this is so stupid, but like I know it'll come back. I like it. Angela in general, big swallow. I like a spooky bitch.
Did she look like Frankenfurter to you?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
When did Rocky Horror come out?
Before this.
Was it?
Yeah. I want to say 84.
I'm going to look it up out of sheer curiosity. Rocky Horror was 75.
75. Holy shit, I was way off.
I know. But
So,
yeah,
definitely before this.
Yeah. Like, so maybe there was a little bit of inspiration from that, but she was a spooky bitch. And like when she like gets Is it considered? I guess it's a possession. Like a very intense demonic possession. And then she starts just like dancing in the living room. Of
Angela's dance is on my list of swallows.
course it is. I wonder
Because
why.
there are a couple things that Matt loves. One of them is tie highs and the other is thongs. And we saw both on Angela. We also see both on Frankenfurter. Funny enough.
And Frankenfurter is who? Tim Curry.
Who is probably the one person in life that terrifies me the most.
Yes.
How many marriages have you had, OG Butt Stuff? Out of curiosity.
I liked the switching up of the camera styles every once in a while. Like we got a few just random ass POV shots. And I was like, okay, I'll take it. Sure, why not? Like with in the beginning with like scaring the old man, which like fuck that guy, he's a spit as well.
We fixed that.
We did fix that indeed. Karma, bitch. I mean, should we just talk about what happened with him?
I mean, if you want to wait, I have literally a list of swallow, spits, and then kills. So
Okay.
I do have who got offed in the movie.
Good. Very much dead meat-esque, which we love them. They're great.
Yeah, they're fantastic.
James A. Janice is one of the coolest people ever. I've never even met him, but like he just seems like the sweetest person in the world. That's my goal. That's one of my goals now is to meet James A. Janice and do a podcast with him, with the Core 4 and him.
Tommy, are you still here? Because
I don't think he is.
I need to get OG Butt Stuff and Tommy together because Tommy DJs at a strip club, but I don't know which one. So like
It might be
anyway.
Baby Dolls. Who knows?
That's Midnight Meat Train stuff. You just need to embrace the meat train, Katie. Stop fighting the meat train.
No. I will not embrace it. I would not. Another swallow. Titties. Because titties. There's so many in this movie.
I'm just gonna wait instead of taking shit off my list. I'll just wait.
You're just gonna wait.
Yeah, I'm just gonna wait till you're done.
Okay. I know this is probably gonna like play into your like who got offed scenario in the end. But using a flamethrower with a crematorium hose, gangster. That was cool as all hell. Another foreshadowing thing, because Judy had the lighter and she was trying to light the candles during the party and she couldn't. So then Angel comes and is just like, and says like, oh, don't leave that lighter there. The ghosts will think you're like littering their land or something. I can't remember her exact phrasing. So then Judy takes the lighter, keeps it in her pocket, which she was dressed up as Alice from Alice in Wonderland. So, like, I thought that was cute. And it comes in handy in the one of the final acts of the movie. So, like, big ups to Judy and the lighter. Because Roger did nothing. Not a damn thing. And that
Roger survived. All right. This is 1988. Roger was not supposed to make it.
Oh, I know.
Did.
I was specifically saying in that scene alone, for 90% of the movie, he did nothing. Except run away and scream and cry.
And survived. So Roger did all he was supposed to do.
He did.
Roger almost fucked up. Roger got over that wall and should have just left, but he came back for Judy. And that was almost a fuck up. Because if he had died after that, I would have been like, dude, you were this close. You were this close.
I actually did think she was gonna like accidentally like pull him over, and I was like, oh, I was gonna be disrespectful as all fuck.
But he made it the whole movie. Roger survived.
Roger survived. So that's like the majority of my swallows that I wrote down. Like there was some other stuff here and there. I need this storm to fuck right off.
It's great ambiance for the movie.
No, because if I lose my power, I'm be fucking pissed.
That would suck. However, I still have all my spits and swallows, and I can just end the show. So, like,
that is true. I just don't like thunderstorms. They scare me. So, yay, love that. And it's dry heat too, so it's great. Oh, she's talking about
Tommy Strip Club. Yeah.
Timmy Strip Club. Yeah, but like that's the majority of my swallows. There's little stuff here and there, but like that was like the main stuff that I wrote down. Spitz, the old man, because why are you a grumpy old man just getting mad at teenagers who want to celebrate Halloween? And you became the stereotype from like the fucking 50s because you wanted to put razor blades in apples and give them to children. Again, I'll say it before Matt gets to it. Karma, sir. Karma. You deserved it. Yeah, that's exactly what I wrote down. Okay. I got beef with Judy's little brother.
Okay.
That kid is weird. Why are you talking about your sister's boobs like that? Like,
why are you hiding in your sister's closet while she's changing?
Why are you hiding in your sister's closet while she's changing? Why are you so obsessed with her boobs? Why do you bring them up every chance you get? Like, Billy, what are we doing? You're maybe 12. If that, I might be like, nice with the age, but that creeped me out. I was like, I hate this. I need these scenes to end quickly.
They did.
They did. They went on a little too long because, when Jay shows up, which, fuck that guy. Scumbag. He's also a spit. And Billy's still talking about her boobs. Like, no.
I mean, his sister did have nice boobs.
She did, but like doesn't mean he can say that. That's
True.
weird.
Fair.
That's really weird. So big no. I don't like it. Jay.
Wait, pause. I'm laughing more so because small spoiler for Fallout.
Okay.
They talk about doing cousin stuff in the first episode, and me and Kate both looked at each other and we're like, what the fuck is cousin stuff? And then we didn't get a scene of cousin stuff, but we were basically told what cousin stuff was.
Gross.
Which we kind of already knew. But yeah, no. Cousin stuff is apparently a thing 216 years after the Fallout.
I hate everything about that. Great. Awesome. Thank you so much.
It's actually in the way it's brought up and done, it's kind of funny. I got a chuckle out of it, and I did not get a chuckle out of Billy talking about his sister's boob. So it's not. No. It's weird, creepy, but it's not like bad weird creepy. It's kind of funny weird creepy.
Fair enough, I guess. Let me write down because I can't.
Is cousin stuff not part of the game? Is that not in the game? You don't get to do cousin stuff in the game?
What the fuck did I write? You ever just like write something down and you can't read your own writing? Because that's
no, because I put everything in my phone. I don't.
Okay. Fuck off. It's
yes. And also all that children.
I know what that says now. So like when I get to that, I'll just do it now. The voices that they what? In Tennessee right now, we are voting on it.
100% proposed by Glenn Jacobs. Guarantee it. Anyway.
Oh, Glenn Jacobs.
So you read it. You figured it out.
I deciphered what it said. The voices or like the deep voice that they used for like the demons, I hated it. It wasn't scary. It wasn't creepy. It was just weird. It was like oddly deep, but like not deep enough. Yeah, I know. That's why. That's what I knew you were gonna make something about that. It was the same one for. I know it was like the same demon for like all of them, but like, it just wasn't. I didn't like it. It sounded creepy.
I'm trying to think if I can put oddly. We'll write down oddly deep, but not deep enough.
Okay.
That's either a bullet point or I'll figure out a way to make that a title.
Oddly deep. Deep. See, and this is why I write stuff down. And you're
News,
like, oh,
rumors,
wait,
not deep enough. Something like that.
I don't know, write everything down. I ain't been in my mouth. Sorry, I've had a long day. I know you have to. We talked about it earlier. My last big spit, because I already brought up Stooge because fuck him, terrible human being, screaming to hell the whole time, just trying to get laid, karma bit him in the ass. Haha, sucks to be you. Not a fan. I didn't like him at all. Jay, Judy's boyfriend, this piece of shit tries to get with Judy in a mortuary, mind you, which is just not on my bucket list. Okay.
Bucket list.
Not for you. It's like this and
Hold on.
See No Evil 2.
I am Billy and Franny. Walk in the room. I've never had sex in a coffin. Me either. Boom.
Is her boyfriend's name also Billy?
Was it not Billy? Hold on.
I thought her brother's name was Billy.
I just have it as Judy's brother. I think Billy was the dude in
The Scrubs?
the Scrubs.
Well, because Sal kept calling her brother Billy Boy. So I just assumed.
Hold on. We can check this. I might have written that down wrong. It's happened once or twice.
It's happened on an occasional time or two. I'm not always right, but when I'm right, I'm right.
It's a small cast. It shouldn't be hard to figure out.
Yeah. Where we go? I'm also going to look it up. I'm curious.
Max, maybe? Was he Max then?
Maybe.
We have Stooge, Helen, Roger, the old man, Sal, Judy, Judy's mother, Jay, Billy.
It's Max.
Suzanne. It's Max.
Yeah, I just went to Google Images. I typed in Night of the Demons Max, and the first picture showed up of him in the Scrubs.
Okay, so I'm Max and Franny.
Yeah, that's not surprising. But Jay, who was just trying to cop a feel and get it done with Judy the entire movie, she's like, Jay, no thanks. I'm good. And then he has the audacity, the gall, the gumption to be like, oh, well, you dated Sal and the whole school knew about that. So clearly you guys hooked up. And she's like, we went on one date, excuse you, and that's none of your goddamn business if we did or not, which, like, based off her reaction, they did not. And so she rightfully so throws him off the table. And then he, being a dick, locks her in a room and then goes to sleep with Suzanne. And then gets turned into a demon. Because karma.
Yes.
I'm also writing down because karma, because I've said it 4 times.
At least he got off while he got offed.
Like, he barely got off, though.
She was on time. We'll talk about it.
For like 3 seconds. And then started becoming...
Don't look at me. Well, no, we'll get there.
No, get there, because that was like my big one. Like, my big spit was Jay as a human being.
So you said boobs. I swallowed nudity because we got Judy in a see-through bra in like one of the opening scenes. We got Suzanne topless and bottomless.
Mm-hmm.
We got Franny topless having sex in the coffin. And we also got, again, Angela in thong and thigh highs.
Yes.
I also swallowed them explaining the difference between a haunted and a possessed house.
Mm-hmm.
Love that. We talked about the same thing with cemeteries and graveyards. Love that little bit of knowledge, that little tidbit there. A haunted house is a house that is haunted by obviously a ghost, whatever. A possessed house, when you're thinking poltergeist, violence, demons, things like that.
Yeah.
And this mortuary was not haunted, it was possessed. Demonic possession via girl on girl. You kind of alluded to it. So through the mirror, Suzanne gets possessed after the demon is unleashed. Suzanne then and we've seen this in various ways, and we've talked about it, like Evil Dead 2013, where like old girl vomited on the other girl, and that caused possession.
Yeah.
Suzanne possessed Angela through a lip lock. Also, speaking of Evil Dead, Suzanne's kind of a callback to, I believe, Ash's girlfriend in the original Evil Dead with the makeup and, you know, the...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't really think about that, but now that you say that, that does make sense, yeah.
Billy giving us a history lesson on the possession, or sorry, Max giving us a history lesson on the possession, with like the Native Americans and the rituals that they did on the grounds and so on and so forth. I also had Angela's dance. We talked about that. One of my favorite things, one of the things that Evil Dead is most known for, is when Suzanne's nipple eats the lipstick.
You said Evil Dead, you mean Night of the Demons?
Yeah, Night of the Demons, sorry. When Suzanne's nipple eats the lipstick. It'll be important when we get to 2.
Okay.
As weird as that sounds.
I don't... Okay. All right.
But also practical effects, because that was a complete and total like front bust body double, so that they could shove the lipstick into the nipple, and then when we cut back, that bust is gone into just her actual boobs. So that was cool because the practical effects was fantastic.
Oh yeah.
What's worse, having your house possessed or repossessed? Yes. And then I talked about it, right? This is the 80s. The trope in horror movies is the black guy, the token black guy, always dies first. Roger didn't die at all. He saved Judy. As the sun came up, all the demons turned to smoke. They rode off in the sunset together.
Mm-hmm.
Roger survived the whole movie. So, like, props to them for doing that, because that's something nobody was doing back then, for the most part.
True.
Spitz, I also had Judy's brother, who seemed way into his sister's boobs.
Yeah.
The character of Stooge, because being an asshole, but also a giant chicken shit. However, that dude made a great fucking demon. So like he was
a demon. Just as a human being, he was absolute garbage.
Are hauntings by possession? Like if my trailer is haunted and then they repossess my trailer, does that include the ghost? Yes, because hauntings attach themselves to a place, not an object. So wherever your trailer goes, the ghost goes.
Like the Amityville Horror House.
Kind of, yeah. Well, but with that, we got into a movie later in the series where all of the stuff in the house was possessed, and as the stuff got moved out of the house,
we briefly talked about this. I don't like that, but I was more so excited about the actual house in general, not the movies.
Fair. Two things that I had on my spits. We talked about doing a seance in a possessed mortuary on fucking Halloween is just a terrible idea. It's a bad idea, and people shouldn't be stupid. Also, investigating noises in a possessed mortuary. Like, oh, I heard something in the basement. Let's go check it out. No, let's fucking not. Let's go home. Let's call it a night. Let's pack up and go party somewhere else. Yeah, let's.
Yeah, which is what Helen and Roger tried to do.
They tried. And then I also had what you had. Jay assuming Judy gave it up to Sal because they had one date. However, I did like that they did the thing where we meet Sal and Sal seems like an asshole. Yeah. We meet Jay and Jay seems like a really nice guy. And we find out that Jay's really a fucking douchebag and Sal was kind of cool.
Sorry, I saw lightning in my peripheral. Oh my god.
Well, there was like that storm was like at least 10 miles away. There was like 10 seconds between when I heard the thunder and you saw the lightning.
I'm a throw up. I hate this. Continue.
So I like the dichotomy of like Sal seems like a douchebag, but he turns out to actually be like the only smart person and kind of decent person at the party.
Yeah. And then he died. I was like kind of sad. I was like, oh, that's not fair.
Well, he died. Well, we'll get to deaths, but also all of the practical effects for all of the demons, all of the people, especially Stooge and Angela after they got burnt by the flamethrower. But all right. So deaths. Angela eats Stooge's tongue, and then he turns into a demon.
Yes.
So he goes to dance with Angela. Angela starts making out with him and chews the tongue out of his mouth because she's already possessed. Sal stumbles off a roof with Angela and then gets impaled while trying to save Judy, even though Judy wanted nothing to do with Sal, and he still showed up to a party he wasn't invited to because he wanted to get with Judy. Turns out he was a decent guy and Jay sucked. Billy gets his arm severed by Demon Stooge. Sorry, Max. I didn't change it. I'm just reading my notes. Max gets his arm severed by Demon Stooge in the coffin him and Franny were having sex in. And then I'm assuming died by blood loss and then turned into
Also, he only had like a missing arm. There was like no practical effects done to his face or anything. He just looked normal. That kind of made me mad.
I think at the end when all of the demons came out of the house, he did, but not there. When he first popped out and he was missing the arm, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, "Oh,
boo." Jay, as you mentioned, has sex with Demon Suzanne and then gets his eyes gouged out. However, like if I was going to be anyone in this scenario that had to go out, Max or Jay. Just saying.
Because they were having sex. Well,
yeah, exactly. Suzanne was the first possession.
Mm-hmm.
So technically, I guess once she got possessed and then the demon, like, because everyone turned to smoke at the end. So I'm just assuming everyone died. And I'm assuming she died when she got possessed in some way, shape, or form. Talked about Angela being possessed by a kiss. Helen lands on top of the car that Roger is in with her mouth split open, which she saw in the mirror. We talked about that. Franny, mid-orgasm, gets her neck broken.
What a terrible
by
time
Demon Stooge.
for that to happen.
And last but not least, the grumpy old man who hates children and drops his groceries and sees he has apples and razor blades, and he's like, I'm going to solve this problem tonight. Gets fed apple pie. Now, I need to know how this man ate a piece of apple pie with a razor blade in it. Didn't know a razor blade was in it, but neither here nor there. His wife feeds him an apple pie from the apples that he stuck razor blades in that were left over from Halloween the night before. This is kind of like an after the thing, like post-scene thing.
Yeah.
No, it was 88. They were probably supposed to be 17.
It's just older sounding names. Yeah.
I know, but I'm actually trying to do the math here. So I'm thinking 70s at some point. We're probably actually born in the 70s.
They probably been like 78, 79. No.
I feel like you could still have a Helen or a Franny in the 70s.
Yeah. Yeah.
But anyway, he eats the apple pie. Razor blades cut his throat up. He bleeds out. And then his wife's just like, happy Halloween. And like kind of happy because he was a miserable prick. So like that was fun.
Yeah, she was like, I was a little caught off guard by that because I was just like, just go to her husband. Okay, pop off. Cheers. Salud. It was just like very like random. They were probably just like, I bet you forgot about this guy, didn't you?
Overall, Night of the Demons, spit or swallow?
Swallow.
That's what I like to hear.
One of these you're going to make me watch. I'm going to absolutely hate.
It's probably, surprisingly, as good as it looked from the trailer. It's probably going to be the remake. I think the remake's a little rough. I do think you're going to like Night of the Demons 2, though. So,
well, Night of the Demons 2 is your favorite one.
It is.
See,
and that might be because we're at like a Catholic boarding school and there's stuff. So,
like, can you just answer me this? Doesn't Angela come back somehow?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll tell you this. The main character in Night of the Demons 2 is Angela's sister, who they call Mouse.
They call her Mouse?
Yes.
I'm assuming she's like super quiet.
So,
I'm so
you got a month.
I have a month. Ish.
I think that's it for the show, Katie. We'll hop on that midnight meat train and ride it to completion.
Stop it.
But before we do that, you have to tell everyone where they can find you.
Yeah. So you can follow me on Twitter, KatieRasslin13. The link tree in my bio. Take it all things Sheely Showcase. I'm not reading that.
I actually like that one.
Twitch.tv/She Late Showcase and YouTube.com/She Late Showcase. Typically Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern-ish. I'm still not reading it because I'm in the middle of this. I didn't even get the chance to attempt to do this stupid fucking vlog because I wasn't home all day. So maybe tomorrow, since I have off and I'm not going to go spend $75 to get my nails done, I'm just going to paint them myself Friday morning. So the vlog will be out soon, I guess. I have an idea for another video I want to do. I just need the cafeteria's cooperation and participation. So I need to like plan it and then see if I can actually get it done. But yeah, there's just a bunch of stuff over there, other things. You can check everything out. Hello.
And as always, you guys can follow me on Twitter at Matt Ridder. That's MATTRIDDER for your wrestling content, at Getting Off for your horror content, and everywhere else. TikTok, Instagram, Threads, and Blue Sky didn't fuck it up this time. At Smacking It Raw, which will get you guys a little bit of both. So go check those out as well. Our next episode in 2 weeks will be Spit or Swallow, the Devil's Rejects trilogy. So House of 1,000 Corpses, Devil's Rejects, and Three from Hell. Me, Katie, and anyone else that of the core four or the group or whoever we know that wants to come and join us for that. So we'll hammer out those details as we get there and let you know. Just was supposed to join us tonight, but unfortunately he couldn't. So yeah. I hope everything's good with him on his end. But for Katie Wrestling, Miss Katie Kinsey Bay, I am the patron saint of podcasting, the Warden Matt Ridder, and this has been your number one horror let's try that again. Your number one horror podcast on places where you can find people having sex on the internet. Hang around for the Midnight Meat Train. And we're back. So I don't know if Will and Allison are still here, if they've gone to bed, or if they're having sex. But if you guys are still here, I need to know about the witch that was in the place where Will used the Ouija board to do a seance in the hotel that was or was not haunted.
What witch?
If you scroll up, Will said that he did the whole thing, and then Allison said the house wasn't haunted by any ghost, but there was definitely a witch there when you were there. And then Will said, LOL, yeah, she was.
Oh yeah, I see that now.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Spooky. So how'd I do?
You did good. I mean, of course you did good. You're fucking you. But like, how did it feel having charge of the show and giving me orders to run trailers and things?
No, good. I just wish that like a lot of the stuff. No, this is Shelit. I can't.
I mean, look, I'm here. You're there. It makes sense.
I mean, we can do this next time, or we can just do that. It's weird because, like, no, I'm always on this side. I'm never on that side. Even for Shelit, I'm on this side.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like the right side. I just wish that a lot of the stuff that I could find and that was like interesting had actual like good information or any information at all besides like this fall and next year. And I'm like, God damn it.
Well, that's the rumors and innuendo part of it. Well,
yeah.
That's the rumors. I'm the innuendo.
There you go.
Also, send me just like bullet points of the stuff in the news so I can remember and then put it in the bullet points for the tweet. So just like Saw 11 and Five Nights at Freddy's 2 and Blair Witch, because tomorrow I'm gonna wake up and be like, what the fuck did we talk about, and try and make a tweet. So
I got you. I'm going to be doing that now. Trailer. Blair Witch. 5, 9. That's my fingers are too fat for the shit.
Oh, that's sweet. You're like the fourth guy to tell me that this week.
Yeah, You definitely get hit on more than I do, which, like, I'm not complaining, but, like, Jesus Christ. It's because my fan club disappeared because I stopped posting thirst traps.
They did. They did. You might have to bring that back. I was really enjoying them in the chats.
Well, if we end up doing the, what do we call it? The double stuffed Oreo episode? If we do part 2, maybe they'll just appear again.
That's true. That's true. Would we call that mega stuffed Oreo?
I don't know.
That's like the next step from a double stuffed Oreo.
True. I don't know. I mean, we can call it whatever. I mean, we have to get them here to do the show. One would be easy. One's going to be hard.
I don't know. We'll figure it out. We've done it before.
We have.
It might have been next week, but you wouldn't have been there.
I'm sorry. Caesar's getting married.
You could also do deep fried Oreo.
Oh my god, they had deep fried Oreos at Wells Fargo Center in Philly. They had like a whole little stand that was like funnel cakes and like deep fried Oreos. I was like, I want this in my stadiums. What the fuck?
Right.
I was like, oh. I ended up getting none of that because I'm mad at myself. But they had really good food there. I will say that.
All right, all right.
T. Fat fingers.
I will say, I think the storm is fucking with your internet a little bit. You're getting a little glitchy.
Oh yeah, my thing dropped. Remember how you said that yours? Yeah, I'm at the one in the corner.
Yeah, that if you go over it, it says your internet connection's unstable. I only have that internet connection thing when my shit is unstable. Other than that, I never have it up top.
Yeah, and I knew that it was gonna happen. It was supposed to storm all day, but it really only started raining. So I saw some like heat lightning, I believe, when I was like coming home, so like 2 hours ago, and I was like, "Oh no, it's coming this way," and it's here now.
Oh, Allison sent me
What?
A news article. Tennessee lawmakers sent bill to ban first cousin marriages to governor. So they're trying to ban it, actually, which is good. Republican Representative Gino Bolso argued for an amendment to allow first cousin marriages if the couple first seeks counseling from a genetic counselor. In Nashville, Tennessee, the Republican-led Tennessee legislature has overwhelmingly vetoed to send GOP Governor Bill Lee a proposal that would ban marriages between first cousins. The Republican-led Tennessee legislator who banned schmorshmans and all sorts of women's rights and things are like, that's all bad, but marry your first cousin. I also think that's in that book you guys like to wave around. You know, I'm pretty sure in the Bible it says, don't fuck your family.
I'm pretty sure that's
fairly
just
certain it's in there.
A normal rule that most humans have, but
like, I get it. You guys are obsessed with the Old Testament, right? Like, it happened in the Old Testament, so it's got to be like the whole reason that there was a New Testament was because the stuff in the Old Testament was a no-go. Like, it wasn't working, including hooking up with your first cousin.
Right.
The House cast a 75-2 vote Thursday on the bill after the Senate previously approved it without any opposition. But a particularly vocal opponent, Republican Rep. Gino Bolso, took up most of the debate time as he argued for the amendment to allow first cousin marriages if the couple first seeks counseling from a genetic counselor. In previous committee hearing on the bill, Bolso lightheartedly shared a story about how his grandparents were first cousins, which is why he's a Republican. They deserve to have kids that look like Sloth from the Goonies. I agree. Were first cousins who came to the U.S. from Italy in the 20s, then traveled from Ohio to Tennessee to get married. He and other lawmakers laughed, and Bolsa voted for the bill in that committee. Then during Thursday's floor debate, and this is going to upset you, the socially conservative attorney argued that the risk of married cousins having a child with birth defects does not exist for gay couples. He contended there is no compelling government interest to ban same-sex cousins from getting married, saying that that would run afoul of the U.S. Supreme Court's gay marriage decision. So he's even saying, you know what? If the Supreme Court says the gays can marry, gay first cousins can marry too. I'm not going to try and fight that fight.
Also, I spelled karma like the wrestler, so I had to send you another text. That is the correct way.
And then he goes on to be a complete and total dumbass, and also couched his argument by saying that he thought the Supreme Court's decision on gay marriage was grievously wrong. He's like, you know what? If gay first cousins want to get married, cool. The Supreme Court said it's cool. I don't agree with the Supreme Court, but if they're allowing that, then they should allow my shit.
No. Boo. No. Fuck out of my face with that bullshit.
This man's like, let first cousins marry, but he is like, I don't want to see pride flags in public school classrooms.
I will shove my pride flag up his ass and out his throat. Like, I don't. I hate
the question.
men.
The question is there a public health issue with a male marrying a male first cousin? And I think the answer is no. You think? The answer is no.
Just take that last part of it. First cousin. That's the no. No.
He probably wanted to fuck his first cousin his entire life.
It's probably not the only. He's probably like Billy. Probably want to get with his sister and
Get on 23andMe.
Jesus fucking Christ. No, I got no. I don't like it. Also, I sent you a text of everything.
I saw that. Thank you.
You're welcome. I don't know why I spelled karma like that the first time.
With an H? Because that's how she spelled her name when she was in WWE.
Yeah, but like, why is that the first thing that popped in my head? Like, I know karma's not spelled like that. So then I was just like, asterisk, karma. Cool, that means I can get rid of this page and snip it.
So ultimately, lawmakers voted down Dude's amendment and approved the ban proposed by Democratic Rep. Darren Jernigan.
Sounds like a swell guy. Darren. It's Thursday. The 18th.
Hold
on. What you doing? I know you just said hold on, but now I'm curious.
All right, so I think I read this wrong. So apparently they overwhelmingly voted to send the governor a proposal that would ban marriage between first cousins. And then two people were like, hey, no, let's not ban that. So luckily, it is banned. It sounds like.
Good. Those two people who didn't want to ban are probably first cousins and want to fuck.
I think I read vetoed, not voted, and I was like 75 to 2, 1. Okay.
Like it was all there in some way.
Those two were first cousins.
It's like the scene in Mean Girls when Karen, like they're at the Halloween party and Karen's talking about Seth something, and Gretchen's like, honey, that's your cousin. She's like, no, you have your cousins, and then your first cousins, and then your second cousins. She's like, no, and then still wants to go after Seth anyways.
If she was my first cousin, though.
Well, Amanda Seyfried is a beautiful human being. I literally didn't finish. But just that whole
I would trust her over any weather app on my phone.
There's a 30% chance that it's already raining. Literally.
She has ESPN.
What?
She has ESPN.
It's like I have ESPN or something. I have a fifth sense. I can quote the entire movie.
I know you can.
That's why there was a whole podcast thought about it. And everyone was so mad that they weren't invited to the Mean Girls podcast. Like, take it up with Justin, not me. It's his podcast. I was just there.
So what terrible horror movie you think about making people watch?
I'm not going to tell you.
Why? You already know what I'm going to make you guys watch.
Is it the fucking alligator movie?
No, it is not the alligator movie.
Do I know what one is?
What horror movie is on my short list of my least favorite horror movies of all time? That I bitch about all the fucking time.
Oh,
Since we're quizzing people.
Hey. Mine was for a transition to a question to another point. It's like I know the answer, but I don't know the answer. Can I have a hint?
Happens in the movie.
What?
Nothing happens in the movie.
We already watched Barricade, Matt. That can't be the movie you pick.
While you're thinking about it.
Is this? Oh my god! It's from 1980. It's already gonna be awful. I don't know. Oh my god!
It lives 50 feet beneath the streets. It's 36 feet long. It weighs over 2,000 pounds. And it's about to break out.
We're looking at the one who saw it. And it was big.
You said it was dark. Now, perhaps you're mistaken. An alligator half that size would starve in a week. He kept coming up with some garbage about alligators in the sewer.
Alligators in the sewer?
It's 36 feet long and 2,000 pounds.
There was no way to stop it.
The safety of the public is my job.
Why are you yelling?
It could be anywhere.
There he is.
Ready to attack at any moment.
Well, I've seen what this animal can do. You better take all the help you can get.
At first, no one believed it. Now, no one will forget.
Hope that doesn't happen at your wedding.
It won't.
Alligator.
Anyways, what movie are you gonna make us watch?
It Follows.
Oh yeah. Okay. So like the first one that popped in my head when we originally brought up the topic was Rubber. I watched that in high school at my friend's house. I have like a vague memory of it, but I just remember it being like, I felt like I was in like a drug trip. Mind you, I don't do drugs. And I was like, I feel like I'm tripping acid right now because what the fuck is this?
It's a killer tire, Katie. That's what it was.
I know that's exactly what it is. So that might be my pick.
Okay.
Also, I realized I didn't even have like on this list that we originally wrote the oh my god. What are we doing next? What is it
Devil's
called?
Rejects.
Devil's Rejects, yeah. I didn't even have that on here anywhere.
Well, I think we brought it up on the episode we did with Reek. Where we
The
were,
trivia.
or no, yeah, the trivia. I was bringing Devil's, and you said you hadn't seen it, and I'm like, well,
Yeah. But I did have, this was, I think, before we decided that we're going to do shit Matt made Katie watch. I did have Night of the Demons on here.
Yeah, so you can scratch that.
I did,
So
I already
do
crossed it off. I don't know, when we get to like these panel ones, I'm excited. Well, I have them labeled as panel shows. But like the ones where like we get to pick.
So, hold on. Let's see.
Because we're doing Devil's Rejects.
On the 27th.
28th.
So then May 5th we're off. So maybe May 12th we do a panel. May 26th we do news and rumors. May 9th we do
June 9th.
Or June 9th we do franchise. June 23rd we do trivia. Is that? No, I think it's July. I think we gotta wait till July. No, we did it in March.
Did it in March.
Yeah, so it'd be July. It would be June. So April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. So yeah. So
June 23rd is trivia.
Part 2. Then July 7th we'll have. Oh no! So all right, hold on. Let's figure this out. Today's the 14th, so the 28th we're doing Devil's Rejects.
Mm-hmm.
So the 12th of May we could do a panel. The 26th, or no, the 12th we'd have to do news and rumors. 26th we can do a panel. Because June 9th we'll have to do news and rumors because we're doing news and rumors once a month. And then the 23rd will be trivia.
Yes.
Okay.
Look at us planning.
So, let's have this. So getting off, we're gonna do Devil's Rejects.
April 28th.
I'm just going to put them in order. I'm not putting other dates. And then news and rumors panel.
Mm-hmm.
News and rumors, which will end. It'll be the end of Night of Demons.
Oh, yeah.
And then trivia.
Yep. So we got the next 2 months.
Planned out.
We just don't know what.
Which that actually might be a good one. So like we do one Spit or Swallow franchise a quarter, one panel a quarter, one trivia a quarter. and then news and rumors in between.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm excited about these. We have a good list for panel shows.
We put a lot of work into this rebrand.
We did. My brand. I'm trying to think of movies that I want to do for all of these.
Well, you have the master list, so I did not.
I do. Well, you do have a copy of it. I did send you a picture of it. I texted it to you a while ago when I wrote it down.
So about that, I have a terrible habit of going through and just deleting text messages. I don't like having a lot of text messages in my messenger. So only certain ones I keep open. So on a regular basis, I have Kate, John, and then the Deadpool pinned to the top.
Okay.
And then I pretty much delete everything except for Travis, my dad, and my mom. And then there are a couple of group chats that I still have open. Or if there's something I was supposed to meet up with some friends, so I saved my a text from a friend to tell me when they were getting back from their vacation. We still haven't set anything up to hang out with them yet, but I kept that. But generally, anything from people from work or just random happy birthday texts, shit like that. Just people that talk to me. If I don't hear from them, if it's not an ongoing conversation, I don't hear from them for days. So if you text me and I don't hear from you for days, it clutters my text message thread and I just delete them. So I don't think.
So you're rude. Now I am the only one who has a copy of this.
Yeah, we've talked fairly consistently since my birthday. So
yes,
that is the last or the first text message thread was April 5th when you asked if me, Kate, and Zoe got down to Tennessee safe.
I was just trying to be a nice friend and wanted to know.
Yeah, so. And then it was all podcast stuff.
Yeah.
But Bridget randomly just texts me every Thursday, and I don't even think she realized she was doing it until I called her out on it. I'm like, is this just the Thursday, hi Matt, how you doing thing? Because she texts me every Thursday. So after Thursday, I delete that text thread because I'm not going to hear from her for a week.
That's fine.
Vince, I keep open. No, again, Vince, the last message I have from him is from my birthday. Justin texts me more frequently than I think anybody, and the first message I have from him was from the 7th, so a week ago.
Okay.
I'm also going through and deleting all these. There's a group chat with Will and John because they became best friends.
Yeah.
Which I didn't want to happen, but it is what it is now. So this will be the last thing, and then we'll get the fuck out of here. Even though we got 14 people watching us now. Where the fuck were you guys when we were doing the actual show? This is just Midnight Meat Train bullshit. Which, by the way, I forgot.
You still have a minute. There's still a minute left.
I know.
Now it is.
Left. Well, it's now my Midnight Meat Train. We just rode Katie's Midnight Meat Train. Now we're on my Midnight Meat Train.
Yeah.
So after high school, there was a friend that I had grown up with that I hung out with a lot. And then I had met this other kid when I moved kind of out west for a couple years. Not the West Coast, just west side of Illinois. And all of us started hanging out. They hit it off really well. And then it was mostly just they became really good friends and I got cut out.
Oh.
For the most part, which sucked. It was what it was. It is what it is. I still talk to one of them on a regular basis, and that's the one that, not on a regular basis, but on every now and then we'll, hey, how's it going, blah, blah, blah. Check in with shit. So I told Will and John, because I've known John since I was 3, that because they live in the same state, they can't just fall in love with each other and cut me out. That's not happening. Because I will take Will's show away from him. Allison already told me I could have it if I wanted to. So
there you go.
I'll just be bots and chair shots.
She's the
boss bitch.
She's the boss bitch. So I mean, I understand that. That's fair. That's valid.
It's like, you guys can't just like fall in love and forget about me. No.
That's happened to me before. I don't like it.
They won't. I know they won't. But they're already talking about like hanging out, doing shit. Like they're like, oh yeah, we'll get together and play Settlers of Catan. I'm like, well, let's see, that shit I wouldn't want to do anyway. But I'm gonna still have FOMO because you guys are doing it without me. So like, fuck
You're
you.
just like, wow, rude. So happy you guys are together.
No, I should have never gone to Tennessee and introduced you guys. And I've been trying to actually get them to meet for a while. Like I was sending John flyers for like Will's barbecue and shit when he did his shit.
Wasn't Will and John were on the video call for the Deadpool? So that was technically like the first time they met.
Yeah, but I don't think they really.
Well, no, they didn't like. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I was sending him that, and then like Will comes out and he's talking about his barbecue, and he's talking about this, he's talking about that, and John's like, oh, I didn't know you did that, blah, blah, blah. And then he tried, and I'm like, dude, I sent you flyers for that shit.
He's trying to just sweeten up Will. He's like, oh, I didn't know you did that. Tell me more.
So
that's a girl tactic right there. When you've done your deep dive and you know so much about the person, you're just like, oh no, wait, I didn't know you liked that. Tell me more about it.
Lies and slander.
That's what girls do, baby.
Baby. Well, I'm glad you like Night of the Demons, though.
Yeah, I didn't know how I was going to feel going into this
Didn't
movie.
love Night of the Demons, but you enjoyed it.
Not my favorite, but not the worst.
Yeah.
Fair game.
I tend to generalize things. So like Kate used to give me shit because she'll watch something, she'll enjoy it, and I'll be like, oh, like I'll be talking to people and they'll be like, oh yeah, I like this. I'm like, oh, Kate really likes that too. And like my version of really likes and her version of really likes are very different.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also somebody who wears my fandom everywhere I go on all of my shit, and she does not. So
yeah, I get that. I'm the same. For the most
her
part.
fandom is just like for her.
She's like, this is.
She doesn't want to get stopped. Yeah, no, she doesn't want to get stopped and talked to like I do, where people come up and ask me about my tattoos or So I didn't tell you this, and I wish I had on Postmania Cuddles. So when we were in Tennessee, after we did the lunch at Edley's barbecue with John, Caroline, and then John's brother Jordan and his wife Shelly.
Yeah.
Me, John, Caroline, Kate, and Zoe went to the Parthenon.
Oh, okay.
In Nashville, Tennessee, they have a replica Parthenon.
I've been there.
Okay, you have.
Yeah.
Are you aware that Percy Jackson was filmed there?
No, I didn't know that actually.
Yeah, so the scene where fucking Athena, the giant Athena statue in the top of the fucking Parthenon when you go inside, yeah, that's where Percy Jackson was shot.
I feel like part of me knew that, but like I haven't been I went to Nashville before COVID, so like
Caroline said that I got all excited and everyone like thought like it was weird that I got all, not weird, but like they were just surprised that I got excited for that. I'm like, dude, I fucking love those Percy Jackson movies. Alexander Daddario's in them. I'm like, Kate likes to do like the historical, oh, I'm walking in the footsteps of, Johnny Cash or the Beatles or Elvis or these famous musicians, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And I'm standing in a studio where they recorded stuff and that's cool. I'm like, I'm standing where Alexander Daddario stood and that's fucking cool for me.
I mean, that's kind of, I'm both. Okay, you're creepy with it. Don't be creepy with it. I'm like both sides of the spectrum. I'm just like, I'll geek out about something, but I also want to do like the historical thing. Like when I went to Eastern State Penn, that's something I've always wanted to do. Ghost Adventures did an episode there, and like I love Zach Bagans, and just like being in that place was crazy. Steve Buscemi narrates the audio tour for some reason. Don't know why. But very, very soothing voice. I kind of forgot it was him a lot of the time. But like you just get to like walk around and do your own thing. And just so cool to look at. Like you get to look at like Al Capone's cell and all of this shit. Ugh. I need to go to the mall now. I gotta go everywhere. Ohio State Reformatory next.
No, I'm with you though. And like I said, the Parthenon was cool, and Caroline was telling us how like Nashville was once called the Athens of Tennessee, or the Athens
Yeah.
of the South. So,
Yeah.
and then like we saw some other shit. Like we were driving up the highway and I looked at them. I saw like the way they kind of had the buildings placed. I'm like, oh, that does kind of look like Athens, like on the mountain.
It's giving Athens.
It's giving Athens, yeah.
I'm so mad I didn't get to go see the Grand Ole Opry when I was there.
We did
That's
not
one
do
thing I
that.
really wanted to see.
So say the only touristy things we actually did, like we went to the Nashville Zoo, so we got to pet a kangaroo, which was cool.
Oh, fun.
But we did we did the Parthenon, and then Kate went to Johnny Cash's grave, and then obviously we stayed in a cabin that was once owned by Johnny and June Cash. So
I really want to watch Walk the Line now.
it was a cool cabin. However, back to horror. Kate's like, we're never doing this again. And I'm like, why? And she goes, because you let me watch The Strangers, and now that's all I can fucking think about is being out in this cabin, and I am having a hard time sleeping. There was also like a back door, and the latch was like, there was just like a little latch to lock the back door.
No,
like,
yeah,
kinda
she's in the
janky.
right. I get it.
But
Yeah, I didn't watch anything horror or spooky related while I was in my Airbnb. I was
We
like,
didn't
I'm
watch
not
it.
fucking with this.
we didn't watch it in the cabin. She's just seen the movie before and was like, fuck this. I feel uncomfortable being here. And it's your fault for making me watch this movie at
Well,
one
it's
time in her life.
100% your fault, always. Well, like the door, like the front door to my Airbnb had like 4 locks on it, and I locked 3 of them. I was like, normal, deadbolt, chain, nobody's getting the fuck in here.
Yeah.
I especially like going alone. It's like I'll fight
I'm going
a
to send
bitch.
this to Travis now so he doesn't ask me tomorrow and I don't forget. Yes, there was a post show. Show was about an hour and a half.
Yeah. Hour 36.
Which was good. That was kind of like what I wanted to do. It wasn't even 36 because we went early. Like
Oh,
the
yeah.
live. Yeah.
The live. I know, that's why like every time, like since I do it for She Lead, I write the time I hit the intro button. So then I can just, when I go into my fucking software that wants to work, sometimes I just go to that time frame, cut it, and then just move everything up, and then I'm good.
Yeah.
Because we don't do post shows. Because I work
You used
the
to
day
do
of
post shows.
Yeah, but now it's like I'm working. Savannah's in finals shit right now because like she's about to graduate, and by the time we do the show, it's like I'm hungry, she's hungry, and trying to do everything. It's just not good timing anymore.
Fair. That's
So, like,
fair.
and people don't stay for my show half the time anyways, so I'm not gonna do a fucking post show. When
Everyone
I
used
could
to
just be
show
like,
up for the post show.
everyone used to just show up, period. Talking to a specific person, and I still have beef. I'm still mad. Savannah and I had the nicest like girl sit down tea sesh after the fact. I explained the situation to her, and she's like, "Oh no, like fuck that." She agreed. She agreed. And then, like, she apparently's got some stuff going on too. I was like, girl, when you're done with your finals, you and I are just gonna have a nice sit down. We haven't done it in so long. It'll be great.
Let it go. Let it go.
No.
I'm petty. And I have every right to be.
It is what it is.
It's just annoying.
I get it. I understand.
The audacity. Actual audacity.
So, like, how's your boom set up?
So I have it clamped down. Like, my desk has like a little shelf Like, so this
Okay.
is the top part of the desk, and then like right here is a shelf. I have it clamped here, and then I have it just kind of come up. Like this is the
Yeah, because like I was looking at this, I could rotate the mic up and then I think bend the bar forward, but then
yeah, because like
come
Savannah
across
has the
the-
same boom as me, and she has hers set up like yours does.
Yeah, I kind of like
'Cause
this.
I see. I mean, that's
These
the one
allergies
good
are
thing he did.
fucking my eyes.
Are you okay?
I'm not. I fucking need to move to Tennessee so I don't have to deal with this shit.
Sorry.
I was good yesterday. Today my eyes have been killing me, but I
You
went
were
to 2
outside
parks with
multiple
Zoe.
times.
Played in the side yard with Zoe. She was
Mhm.
picking fucking dandelions, and she's like, "Here, Daddy." I'm like, "Don't give me that shit because you're gonna kill your father."
You're gonna kill your father.
So
Yeah, you were outside a lot today.
Yeah.
Allergies will get you.
I literally touched grass. Everyone was talking about how they've been out this weekend touching grass. I was one of them. I'm a grass toucher.
Did I touch grass? Like physically touch grass this weekend? No, but I was outside. Like I was out in the air. So that counts. Go take allergy medicine and go to bed.
I can't. I can only take 1 pill in 24 hours, and I already took that pill today.
Well, I don't know what to tell you then.
Yeah.
I don't
I
have
was still
allergies
feeling
like that, so-
fine. I was still feeling fine from yesterday. So I'm like, I'm just going to take one just in case because I know we're going to go out. We're going to go to the park. And it's really just my eyes. Like, no, actually, I took one this morning because, like, when I woke up, my head felt really full.
Mhm.
Like, just heavy. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know how to describe it.
I understand exactly what you're saying.
And I wasn't sure if it was that or if I was just really tired because after we finished the podcast, things happened. And then I went to bed.
Did you ask her about smoking your ashes?
I did ask her about smoking my ashes, and she said no. And then
Uh-huh.
I asked John, and John said yes. And then I asked her, like, would you rather give me a Sting/Undertaker-esque moment at my funeral and scare the shit out of everyone, or smoke me when I was dead? And she opted for neither. But then John convinced her to smoke me. But because, like, I said, take the ashes and sprinkle it in there and blah, blah, blah. And John's like, no, you do like you did in How High. You put the ashes in the soil and then you grow the plant and then you smoke the plant. So you're not putting the ashes in there. And she said, oh, I could do that. So I may post-mortem become a marijuana plant that gets smoked by friends and family.
Hey, there you go. Goals in life. Or the afterlife, I guess.
And looking at me, it's going to be a lot of ashes, so probably a lot of plants, like multiple plants.
It's not the size of the person. That's not.
What do you mean it's not the size of the person? You don't think bigger people don't make more ashes?
I mean, probably not like by a lot.
I don't know.
I also don't know.
I feel like the more of you there is, the more ashes there are.
But like you're gonna. I don't know. Ow.
I'm just saying.
I'm also just saying. I don't know.
I also have an urn of my dog, so I have a general idea of like what a dog at how much he weighed and his size would be. And I've seen like a human urn, and it's bigger than a dog's urn. So like, I feel like you're gonna need like a double XL urn for me. That's all I'm saying. Can't fit all this sexy in a regular urn.
Of course. Pulls tank top up further. Just
I've been doing it the entire show. I've just been doing this the entire show.
It's like sucks that my mic is here because like then my tattoo never gets seen.
You can move it to the other side of your desk, no?
No, because there's only a shelf
have it-
on the one side.
Oh, that's lame. I mean, you could hook it to
No.
the desk and then have it come over and down like I do, and then just swing it out of the way.
No, because like I don't know, I like it here, even though I feel like this is like my boom's low-key broken. So like, thankfully I have a spare because
And as I play with it, you can see all the tattoos and also my really bad farmer's tan that now that it's nice out because it was like 80 today, I can fix. Because like look at the color disparity, like
Oh,
from
yeah.
where look at that.
Yeah, you're white.
Underneath it all. Shout out to No Doubt.
Well, I mean, this is the only one that's like ever really like fully visible, or else I just have to like do that, and then my neck, and then my ankle. Like,
You really gonna lift the leg up and show the ankle?
hell no.
Yeah, I don't think
Legs gonna pop off like a fucking Barbie doll. Just saying. Just... Bushels are fun. I don't know why people don't interact here.
I wish I could clip longer videos because if I could, I would just clip the entire post show and post it on TikTok and not parts of the show.
That would just have to be like a YouTube short. Well, not even a YouTube short, just like a YouTube video in itself.
Yeah. There you go. It was too close to my face.
Mine's just here. Because everyone's like, you're too loud, you're too quiet. I'm like, I'm just going to keep it here and fuck it.
Fair. Fair. Shout out to the 16 of you at least that are watching right now. How you guys doing? You guys want to... I'm guessing you're all on Twitter.
15 are Twitter, yeah.
Come on, hop over to Twitch and YouTube and talk to us in the chat.
See, that's why doing this on Twitter gives you a false sense of reality.
It doesn't. Like, there are 15 people watching me on Twitter right now. Like, I'm cool with that.
Yeah, but they're not. I mean, yeah.
They're not what? They're watching.
Oh, it literally shot out the 18 as I said that.
Right? See? They can also say something on Twitter. Like, you guys can talk to me. I pulled it up. I'll see it. Say hi. Well, I'll see if it pops up in our chat.
I don't know if it will. Oh, yeah, it did.
Yeah, so you guys can talk to us on Twitter. Come talk to us. What the fuck are you guys doing?
I didn't actually know it was going to actually. Oh, well, we can't post comments to
Yeah, but I can see them when they do.
Yeah.
Also, why are my fucking eggplants curved like that?
I don't know.
Rude.
Rude.
So of the news and rumors stuff that you gave me, what has you most excited for 2025? Saw, Five Nights at Freddy's, or Blair Witch Project 4?
4 reboot. I don't know exactly what they're going to do with it. Honestly, probably Blair Witch because I'm very intrigued to see what happens. But other than that, Saw specifically because I haven't seen Five Nights at Freddy's.
Okay. Oh, that's fair.
Yours is gonna be like Five Nights at Freddy's too, and not Saw because fuck that.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm down for Saw, and if we go back to doing what they did prior to Saw X, Saw 10, like I could be in. I could be cool. Like, give me a good story. I don't like that it was Saw 2, 1.5, 2.5, 2.5. I think 1.5.
That was 1.5.
Yeah, whatever.
I don't know.
And then I didn't like that it was all about John Kramer because again, he is an important character, but he is never the main focus of the story. And this time he was, and it took me out of it a little bit.
Yeah.
I needed the focus of the story to be the fucked up doctor who was lying to people about curing cancer. And then John just happens to be there. And like I said, I saw the twist coming a mile away. Like, it was what it was. So
it's like, okay, what are we playing?
Checkers.
I'm in. Checkers, I'm in. Chess, I don't know how to play.
Or cheesy.
I I've heard that name of that game so many times. I don't know what the fuck that is.
You don't know what Parcheesi is.
I've heard
Because
of
you're
it.
12.
27.
I need to go back and figure out the first time I called you 12 so I can do the math to see how old technically in my canon you actually are. I'm guessing 14 or 15.
In your lore, I'm 14 or 15 now.
Yeah. In actual real life, you're 27. But
Mm-hmm.
that doesn't
Turned
matter.
28 in May, June, July. 3 months and 6 days.
Holy shit.
Mhm.
I think it was Bridget's birthday today.
Oh, I was barely on my phone today.
You know, I messaged her and wished her happy birthday, I think.
That was nice. I think it's a little too late now.
I believe because she is not on the West Coast. If she was on the West Coast, she'd be all right. But no matter what you do, it's already late.
I wasn't on my phone. But like I have like the calf's birthday, I think for the most part, in my calendar on my phone. Because everyone was like, oh, it was my birthday this time, and then my birthday was this day. I'm like, everyone tell me your fucking birthday's now. So,
I'm
like,
wondering if I get that birthday shout out from Recon TC tomorrow.
I don't know. Because who's the next one? I don't think it's until like June or July. Oh yeah, Vince is June 6th. And then Justin is the 15th. And I'm the 22nd.
All right. Hi, Sky Blue. I am going to go, though, because I forgot I got to get up early tomorrow for a doctor's appointment.
Okay, I mean, you also said we were going to go like a half an hour ago.
Yeah, I know. Then I figured like we had people watching on Twitter, so like why not hang out till just 12:30 at least? But I have a prescription that expired that I need to get filled, and the doctor won't just fill it. He's like, "You need to come in, and I need to make sure that." And I'm like, "Bro,
that's annoying.
It's a fucking. I have sleep apnea. It's a CPAP. Like, what do you need? What is me coming into your office and you seeing me? Yeah, no, like I still snore like a motherfucker. My neck is still fucking huge. Like none of that changed. So
huge.
But so I gotta go do that, and I gotta drive to my doctor from where we used to live because I haven't found a new GP out here yet. So that's like a 45-minute drive just to get there. So
yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, but
yeah.
All right. Well, everyone that's watching on Twitter, thanks for hanging out with us. I hope you guys enjoyed the show that you guys stuck around for, and then the post show that most of you guys showed up for. You guys can go check everything. More people rolling in. Everything that we did and talked about tonight, news, rumors, and us spitting and or swallowing Night of the Demons. Replays are up on YouTube and on Twitch. You can check all of that out. So if you missed the show and you want to see what the show was, please go check us out there. It's Creation World on all your social medias and youtube.com/Creation World, twitch.tv/Creation World.
Yep.
We appreciate you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope we see you guys again 2 weeks as we do Devil's Rejects, House of 1,000 Corpses, 3 from Hell. Bye.